Hello everybody, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James along with Alex behind the camera. Welcome to this week's live episode where we're doing another Bancroft ship, another great Bancroft ship, as this will be the second biggest one we've done live next to the Nimitz. It is the Udaloy missile cruiser. I have it down below. It's tall on the table, so when I bring it up and unveil it in a second here, you'll see. So it's almost 65 inches. The Udaloy itself is 1/100th scale. So you're going to have some nice detail looking at it. And it was a big, destroyer missile cruiser used in like the 80s and 90s. They were commissioned. I think two of them are still in use in the Udaloy class in the Russian Navy. But the original one that this one was decommissioned, I believe in like 97 or something, and then was taken apart and scrapped in early 2000. But it looks cool looking down on it. So let me get the box up on top. See some people in the comments. I see Vic here. Who else is here? I see Mike Bird. What's going on, Mike? You're going to like this one. So that I don't hit my coffee mug. You get this up here. The box was taller than me. Not that I'm super tall, but I'm about 6 feet. It sneaks on, so it is rather large. Now I'm just a head over the top here. So let me grab my razor blade. I have it ready to go for one. Just have to cut this and it should just drop. There we go. The Udaloy. Nice reds, dark grays. And again, you can really, just looking at this, the detail on her looks exceptional right off the bat. And a lot of the nice antenna detail. And again, a lot of these are like brass fittings, painted brass. So cool. Like metal. Wow. This one's going to be awesome. I was not expecting the box to be this big. I don't know why I didn't realize, like looking at the, the inches on it, on the website, I just didn't put two and two together. And then the box arrived and I was like, oh my goodness, this is a giant one. So I'm going to start cutting out behind the foam so we could slip it out of the box itself. Boom. Come around to this side. Who else is jumping in? What's up, Gaggle, Flying High RC? What's going on? How you guys doing? Yeah, I'm excited to get this ship. This one, I assume, because last one we did was we did the Armadale. Was that 2 weeks ago? We did that video last week. And that was obviously a lot smaller than this. But now I'm just going to slip it out of here, all in the foam. Now, the foam protection on these things, always pretty awesome. Stab that up top, coming around this side. Slowly but surely. Slide it out of here. Slide this whole box back a sec. Go this way. Coming back to this side. And we're coming this way.
It's huge.
It is, yeah, like look at the box just when I do this. Like, the big box.
It's literally a coffin for me.
It was a big box. Yes, this can be Alex's coffin at one point, if needed. All right, looking down in the box. I could like walk in it. Literally just.
How much is that shipping gonna cost?
Perfect. Right. Pop this down for a sec. All right, so now you kind of see, again, for everybody I'm always interested with how they package these things. That's pretty cool. That's a lot of foam. I don't know if you want to go to the second camera and see while I cut out anything that's straggling on the side. Like usually what they do, they create like a shelf of foam over here for your transmitter box and accessory box, which is always pretty cool. How's everybody doing? How was your weekends? Everybody. We had some fun last week. Surprise release on the Velocity back there. The goal today, get this ballast, and then tomorrow I'm going to take this out, and we're going to go back to the lake I'm gonna put a GPS on that thing, get a speed reading on the velocity, because I wasn't actually sure how fast it went. I probably should have did it the first time I took it out, but I didn't. All right, we got a lot of good stuff in the box. So we'll get to the box after we get the ship completely unwrapped here. I'm just gonna peek around. What else am I looking at? Is there a way? I don't see any. What I like is I'm not seeing a lot of rigging. So hoping this can be, oh, look at that. Can you be on this? The box is like, it's like Jenga puzzled in. Cool. Yep, completely Jenga'd in. Nice. So now you know you wouldn't break, because that was a fear. If I pull, you never want to like pull on the foam. Always see if you could tug, because you don't want to break off any little pieces if you don't have to. So then I should be able to just, oh, look at the big like bulb on the keel. That's pretty cool. I saw that on the pictures. Now I just want to check around, see if they're hiding any guns or anything like that. But it looks like the main cannons are attached up here. Then we're gonna head to the back. I do see some larger antennae in here. I'm sure this is gonna Jenga puzzle. Oh, all right. Some things I think is on top of this. Seeing a fully taped in square. Just trying to see what might be missing from the top deck. Oh, you know what? There's like a helicopter, I think, on the back of this thing. That's what's gonna, oh, we're gonna get to that in a sec. So that's something wrapped in there. Now we can Jenga puzzle out the back. Nice. So we Jenga puzzle again. You have all these very fine antennae that you don't want to break off. Don't ask me how I know, because I've totally broken some off. It happens. It happens. Nothing a little glue wouldn't fix. But man, very happy with how this is boxed up. Bring in the foam with me. Oh, look at this thing. Wow, it's a big boy. Not obviously as wide as the Nimitz. I'd bring the Nimitz over, but too hard to manipulate.
Is it longer than
two
the
of them in
Nimitz,
there.
or?
No, it's about an inch shorter, but it's at least half. It's not as wide as an aircraft carrier would be. And obviously the Nimitz, I think, was what, 1/200 scale. So we're just talking scale of models versus anything else. I see my stand. I think it's taped under there.
It's taped, yeah.
It's taped?
Yeah.
All right.
I think if you cut the plastic bag, you should just be able to pull the wood out.
When I cut the plastic bag?
Yeah, if you like go underneath and just.
Oh, okay. That works. Let's do that. Let's do that. I want to get my stand built, and then I can. I don't want to like it here. All right. So tricks of the trade. Can't get my razor blade in there. That was a good idea, in theory.
You're so close.
But not easy. Let's cut this way. Never as easy. And then when you got the live factor added in, the drama doing in front of millions of people worldwide.
Hundreds of millions.
So scale. RC is the best. Airborne, what's going on, man? It is huge, right? Let me see if I could just pull this out. There we go. Oh, okay.
Oh, the whole thing.
It wasn't. The whole thing came. All right. It wasn't taped. I think it was just stuck from weight. So let's get these out. Now you can tell they always give you 4 pieces on these, and the two ends are cut differently, if you can tell that, so that they'll line up with the bottom of the ship to really only fit one way, forward or back. So let's get these in. They're all plywood. Press one side, do the other. back and forth a bit. Come on here. Last side. Bang. Now, trying to see. Okay, this is there's like a flatter part on the back. So this is the back. This is the front. Get from the foam to stand. Go. Oh, it was taped, but able to be slid out. All right. Check that out. Let me turn it a little. I'll give Alex this angle here. Forward. Wow. That is super pretty ship. Some decals on the side already. The name of the ship. I assume that spells Udaloy in Russian, but wasn't able to touch up on my Russian before the show. Where did I put my razor blade? Oh, there it is. All right, let's see what accessories. I know there's a heli, I believe I saw, so we're gonna get a nice, and at 1/100 scale, it should be double the size, depending obviously on the thing, of the of like the helis and planes and such that were on the image. Oh, look at that. What would it be? It's a quickie? What do y'all know? Transport. Whoa. Look at that. That's cool. They spin, they would spin. You bend them up. Cool. They are, they're made, this is all metal, this heli. So you can we can bend these blades a little bit, get them level and such. But that's cool that it even spins. Double blade, pretty darn cool. And in here as well, we get a crane with real rope and metal. And we'll figure out where that goes. That's probably going to go in the back way near the heli, I would think. It was going to bring something up. But, oh, no, I think the crane is right. The crane's going to go right in there. Cool. We'll get to that in a sec. I'm going to put these off to the side. Let's see what's in our white box. But that's really awesome. What kind of heli is that? Anybody know?
Where's Glenn?
Where's Glenn? Junior Glenn. Davis. Oh, let me pull this. The other one. Anyone know what this one would be? It was, again, commissioned in the 80s. It's a 70s helicopter. Right, and then taking out our stuff. We got some flags. Like a Russian flag. I'm not sure what that had signified, but I know that's the Russian flag. Some sort of marking. I put the Russian flag on the back, other one on the front, I believe. Down here, sorry, Alan. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? Oh, you was hosting an event, Vic. Oh, nice. All right, so those. Check out the got the manual comes in that white box, which are always just one page, very, very brief. Because again, it's a ready to run boat, so there's not much to it. You do get your battery and such. They'll give you some steps on making sure you ballast it and such, but I would just refer to the ballast video we've made now and any of the other videos where we talk about it, but we'll get there. We got our 2800 2S, as we do with all the others, and now I'm adding to my personal collection of Admiral plug-in chargers. So you get that, and that's it. So you get a charger, manual. We get the transmitter, which we'll take out of the box here now, out of the wrap. I like how they wrap this too. They gave us a bind plug for anyone who remember bind plugs. There, and then I like the protection foam covers on the sticks and our transmitter. You know, one switch, which I don't think would do anything on the ship. Again, all these ships have only been throttle forward and reverse and rudder left and right. It's pretty much all you're gonna have. And I'm looking, this is a dual motor system that we'll get into here in a second. While we take a peek, let's unribbon it, if you will. Cut off the ribbons. Move this to the side. Swing this back. Is it all connected on that side too, the ribbons? On my side, it's all like the whole ribbon going across. All right. I'm going to start taking these off so we can see our access points. Looks like we're going to get a few hatches to get access to adding ballast. This one's certainly going to need it. Armadale was great that it didn't need it. It was nice to not have to do it. But some of these bigger ones, we got to do it. Cutting each one of these ribbons. What they're made of. Cloth, plastic. Very thin. You know, just be careful when you do this, obviously. Don't want to cut the ship. Cut yourself. A lot of these ribbons are pulled through the railings, which again are brass and metal. Like, it's hard to, you really got to work to damage them, but you don't have to work too hard to damage them. You know what I mean? That makes a little bit of sense. Dennis, what's going on, man? How you doing? Sorry, taking done here. Got two more. I think I'm going to be able to get in here if this is all tied down like that. Here we go. All right. All those ribbons. 9, 2.
Now,
Gently. Feel like a guy in Terminator 2.
Oh, the Skynet guy?
The Skynet guy.
Yeah.
Cyberdyne Systems.
Yep.
Dyson. Look at that. All put together. Cool. So now those are off. I do see some tape still on my cannons up front because I assume they're going to move. So let's peel that tape back. They can swivel. They don't lift off easy. Checking on that. See? Off. This whole piece lift off. It seems like it did. All right. Sweet. Okay, so this part can come up and see underneath. Okay, so it's like locked in. The gun is locked in. I could actually move it from the bottom. So you could easily put that on a servo under there if you wanted to.
Who wouldn't want to?
Who wouldn't want to? Get that on a swivel, and you have nice room. Pretty large hand, but I can get in there to ballast if I need. There's no electronics up front here, so this is just giving me access to ballast the ship, which is great. I always want to get nice access. Was there a piece in the back? Oh, look at that. It all comes up. Nice. One big piece there. Comes right up and out, and I have access to my, well, they got a servo horn in here to turn the rudder, and the servo is in here nicely. Hold on, before I tilt it towards you, Alex, I just want to see what else pops off. No way.
Whoa.
It's like a transformer. Put that down there. That whole part comes up, and that gives me access. I can see the ESC, the receiver. They're mounted on this side of the wall. And that's funny. I still can't see the motor, so this piece has to come up too. Wow. Super cool. So now I got my dual motor system. So now I can lift it, tilt it towards you, Alex. Here you go. And we could go, let's start at the front. So that hole is empty in there, and I'll just sort of pivot so you can see. You're not going to see anything. The hull is fiberglass. Yep, all fiberglass inside. Now the second hole here, I'll tilt this way. You can see it has, hard to see, but the receiver and the ESC are mounted on the wall that's towards you guys. Apologies, hard to, I'll show it when we make the video. Then in the middle, you have access to your dual motor system. Heat shrinks on there. Heat sinks, sorry. And then in the back, those back two holes, you got easy access if you ever need to replace the servo in the back. And then you see the arm, which is going to steer. It's a one rudder, single rudder, twin screw setup in the back. I'm going to hold this up, Alex. Show you the screws. Try not to hit all the stuff behind me while we do it. Really nice and clean. I love the way these things are. Looks awesome, but I love the access, huh? And then underneath we got some fins. Love that, like bulb keel. What would you call that? Bulb? I feel like I want to. Right?
Sounds close.
It sounds close enough. It sounds like I know what I'm talking about. That's half the equation. But all right, so man, I'm super stoked about that. So we're just gonna have to. First thing I do while I'm here, I would say, you know, obviously fill up your bathtub if it can fit. Should be able to fit a normal bathtub. Should be able to fit a 6-foot person, but you probably got to fill the water up super high just to get it in there, or take it to a pool if you have access, or when you're at the lake. But first things first, I would put it in like this. And I'm assuming since the ESC and receiver are mounted high up on this wall that the boat's going to want to go up there. So first thing I'll do is balance that with the battery. So I'll put the battery somewhere where then it lays flat. And then slowly but surely, you know, I'd probably add all 4 of the pieces up top, and then take them off and one by one start adding weight. You know, I suggest the BB method. Fill up a bunch of, you know, a couple Ziploc bags, 1 pound each, just full of BBs, and you could start adding them where you need them. Since the weight, the most weight's going to be with the motors here, I'm assuming we're probably going to need a little bit of aft and stern and bow ballast. And that's funny. I can get the bow. This is like hollow in here in the bulb, so you can really fill that up with some nice weight up front. And I have the hand access, the arm access to get in there to do just that, which is really cool. So now I'm going to put these back on. See, I don't think there's an order of operations that you have to. It wasn't like one was overlapping the other. I think you could just put them on at any angle, but let's just make sure we do it. It'll only fit one way. You know, there's no give there. Once it's on, this like lip up top, we'll make sure you can't really have it in the wrong position. One went over. You want to watch those. It goes right in between.
Oh, look at that fit.
That snug fit. He's right on it. We come to the front one. We'll go right here. That. Stop. Boom. And in the back part. Be careful with this piece though, just because of these individual like poles, if you will. I could see how you could easily, be a little too rough with it. Don't never be in a rush. See me? Let me make the mistakes. Go. Now we're gonna put our crane on. That goes right over here, Alex. You're gonna be right, I believe. Just one little hole in there, and then that can be moved around. If you're gonna pick up any of the lifeboats, like that. Super cool. And I'll probably tack glue that in. This one, heli, off center in the back, which annoys me.
Can't
Oh, you can't get back there?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bring it
cams
forward.
in the way. There you go.
Boom. So I didn't push it all the way in, but it has that like brass bar at the bottom. Bang. That's cool. That looks good.
Bright red just pops.
Yeah. I will say that about that red decking. Even though it's actually the first ship, I believe, next to the Nimitz that has no wood. There's no wood decking on this. Obviously, assuming most newer ships don't have wood, on it. A magnet on the crane could hold it and still move around. For sure, that could work. Just for the sake. Well, I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. It's a pretty long piece that fits perfectly in there. Like it's a little loose, but I don't think you're not going to notice it. And if that were ever going to be falling off, then that means all your tops are going to be falling off, which I don't think is going to happen either.
You're becoming a submarine if that's it.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be pretty, I think it's going to sit really nice in the water. I'm assuming I'm going to have to, a lot of weight is all going to be in this bulb up front. Yeah, I'd love to see what guys would do. I haven't seen anyone, or maybe I haven't looked hard enough. But I haven't seen anyone, really weather up one of these. I know some guys would die to do it, though. Got to bring someone in here to just do a couple of these. Wes would probably do a great job with it. All around, just the detail up in here. Now, obviously, no lights on it. But they have painted parts, which I think would have been lights. Could be lights. Really cool to look at all the detail. And I'm sure you'd be able to find 1/100th scale Navy figures as well. Seems like a pretty standard size. 4 models. Anything here? No. But all around, it's funny. It's just how simple it is. But imagine how long it would take to make this. Fiberglass your own hull, to get everything in to make it look this detailed. That would be crazy. Even all the staircase, and again, all these railings, that's all brass. This crane feels like wood, painted wood, and then a lot of the tops are plastic, but all the side, like you could hear it like sort of echo. I just pulling something like guitar string, but super cool. Adding a motor to that heli would be sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, so just so it would just spin, right? That would be kind of cool. Add a tiny little motor so the blades would just spin the whole time. That would be awesome.
Throw some XK guts in it.
I want to bend it up a tad. It doesn't clear. Yeah, you really have to get it on there nice. But it is cool that it's even there. I love how they did that. look really, I like, again, compared to the 1/200 scale ones, you know, little Corsairs or Hellcats on the Missouri. You know, I love that this is so large at a bigger scale, if you will, than some of the other ships we had. And again, with the movable cannons, these actually move up too, so that's cool. The guns, we can point them up a little more. That looks a little more realistic. This spin, this spin. Trying to see what other hidden features about it are really cool. If you want to see I guess it looks the same on the other side as well. All right, guys. Oh, EQ, what's up, man? How you guys doing? Any questions about this one? Or even while I'm here, the new Velocity I have behind me, we talked that. We've been on for about a half hour. You see how quick that went. I mean, all I have to do is plug in the battery, get it charging, which I'll do right now. And then ballast it. And this thing, we should have a beautiful day tomorrow to get this thing on the lake and do it. How long is it airborne? She is just under 65 inches. So as far as our boats go, the Bancroft lineup goes on our website, this is the second largest one behind the Nimitz. So as far as length. So it is a really, you know, a nice long ship.
The website says it has 3 revolving radar arrays.
3 revolving radar arrays?
Functioning scale feature.
What? These are not revolving. We are going to have to change the website.
No chance?
No, there's no electronics in there. How would you get electricity in there?
I don't know.
You know, there'd be wires.
I was checking the website to see if there's any features.
I think you just called out a mistake on the website that we're going to have to change ASAP. Because that is not the case. That would be cool, but
yeah, look.
No.
Do you have the site up on your monitor?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
But it's just a picture of that. You know, they sent that from, where they got that one. That's why we have them here, because we're making sure we get all the information correct on the website. We'll get that fixed up. I do not see anything. Nothing here moves. Nothing moves, Alex. Nothing moves. I'm gonna turn off your mic in the future.
Just read the website.
You're
trying
talking
to get some
too
good
much back
info.
there. That's so funny. But tank electronics would work for sure. We talked about that on some of the other ships, especially like the older ships with the smokestacks. Not that these wouldn't have smokestacks too in there, but you could easily bore some holes. Like you could probably mount. Like I don't know if this seems like a spot where smoke would come out of or steam. But you could easily mount probably the unit like in there and just run it, you know, run a little tube up right into here and just cut a hole. The smoker unit would be great in something like this. The only thing is you get the sound, you know, as it's trying to drive on the lake, you'll hear that, you know, the sound of the tank itself. The fact that this tank has the speakers can drown that out. But, you know, this one doesn't have a speaker system in it either, which another thing you could put in it. You need to have some cool, like, cool engine noises or whatever. I don't think it'd be as loud as a tank, if you would, or if that would sound good. But all in all, I'm super stoked to get this one on the lake tomorrow. So, yeah, guys, that was it. We were going to go through this, so we'll take it, ballast it. My guess on the weight, and I'll let you know in the video, I'm going to say closer to 8 pounds of ballast I'll probably have to get this in there. But we'll see when it sits in. Because actually, it does have some nice weight to it. And that water line, now that I've done a few of these, isn't too dramatic of where it has to be. So maybe it won't need too much. Maybe I put it in and I only need to put some in the front. You never know. You never know till you get it in there. And obviously just making sure it works well. And then transporting this. I'm just nervous to transport it in the car. That's why I saved that foam for that. Would be cool if the guns shot BVs or even sound effects with lasers. Yeah, that would be cool. Even just lights. A lot of these, you would need a bigger scale. Like, you know, like all these tanks behind me, they do shoot airsoft pellets. But you can just see these are 16th scale versus 100th scale. You know, that would be really hard to have something physical shooting at this smallest scale. And even to put lights in the tips of these small cannons, which would be the only two that I think would really have the effect, or the ones on the side here, that would be a lot of threading the needle with little wires. That would be crazy. They need to start making. Imagine a Udaloy at 16 scale. It would be bigger than this room, probably. Some of these ships, if you did it at the proper scale. But yeah, guys. So check it out. The link is in the description of this video right now. If you say a ship in U.S. waters, probably. It's a beautiful ship, though, man. It really is a beautiful ship. Regardless, it is a looker. Pull her back more. Yeah, that is the edge of my table.
All right, hold on. I can adjust.
Just get it there. I want to knock it off the edge.
I cannot adjust.
Final shot. No adjustments. Add. See, like, you know, I guess when I'm holding it, gives it a idea of just how big this thing is. It is
it's like a bazooka.
It's one thing funny when we take these things to the lake. It is a public lake beach. So whenever there are people there and they see me pull these things out, they're always getting people like, "What is that? Is that thing really? It really moves?" Like it's always you always get compliments on these for sure. You know, and then when they turn around, like, "What is that guy doing?" It's awesome, but it's so cool. Oh, I guess we can do. You know what? I'll do the. Let's just get the flags on it, and then we'll get out of here. So this is the only detail other than the crane and the heli itself that we have to do. Of course, I can't get the sticker. Peel the sticker back.
Go next to the heli in the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Russian flag, guys. Which way's up, the red or the white? Alex, Google. I don't see the flag in those pictures. Google Russian flag. Put anything. All right, white at the top. White at the top. I would have guessed white. I don't know why. But I guess lighter. The red. Hold it. Get it together first. I always do it, and then we just go over the top with the little loop. Get it on the back edge. Boom. This one will go in the front. Yeah, there's nowhere really to put it. It's too big a flag to have anywhere in the middle on this one. You know what I really want from Bancroft? I want a pirate ship.
Black Pearl?
I want a Black Pearl. Some like pirate ships with the sails.
Or like the merchant ships.
Even if they're electric powered, like, maybe put a hidden motor in the back. But that would be sick. Colonial, all sorts of those would be really awesome. Peel them back. Back. Got it. Saved. Almost doom. Over that light. Bigger.
Oh, your X is upside down.
I went the wrong way. My X is upside down.
No, I'm kidding.
But I had the wind going the wrong way. There it is. Spin it backwards. Got to go with the wind. Perfect. There we go. We did it. Working cannons would be awesome. Even if the cannons themselves shot out smoke, or the doors dropped, cannons came out,
Oh, yeah.
puff of smoke back in. You know, and if you think about it too, with those, I bet you could do like the tugboat, right? They would have only been about, I don't know how big the Black Pearl would have been,
Scale
but compared to this, it would have
Yeah.
been, you could probably have 50, 40 scale. You could really, then you could start getting into more detail. Have some good detail on, you know, on a larger, like if you had a pirate ship that was this big in, you know, scale wise, that would be really cool. But all right, guys, I think that's gonna do it for us. Duck Sauce, thanks for joining. Dennis, Mike Bird, Vic, Airborne, EQ. Good to see all you guys here. This one is pretty awesome, so we're excited to get this in the lake. Look out for this video, and as I said, the new Velocity, which has been awesome. Watch me the boat while I take this thing out. I'm gonna get this thing out tomorrow as well. Again, I'm gonna put a speedometer on it, GPS sensor, to just gauge the speed. I'm not sure how fast she was going that day. You know, release her, but fun release from Flightline. They haven't done, other than, I guess, Freewing. Obviously, all their sports stuff has always been under Freewing. You know, all the sport jets, from the Vulcan, the Banshee, the Avanti, the Stinger 90, and then Pandora would be, you know, sort of in the class. So they do things like this, but this first one that they label Flightline, and it's really cool. It stands out nicely, easy to fly, easy to take with you and toss in the car. I'm going to the lake tomorrow. Good little package to have some fun with.
Looks good next to the Scarn horse.
It looks what?
Good next to the Scarn horse.
It does.
Yeah.
Match the Scarn horse. Should have went out with it. Drove right in and take the mass off the top of it. That would have been awesome. But all right, guys, thank you so much for joining today. And as always, hit the like button on your way at the door if you like this content. Always helps us out. Hopefully you're a subscriber. We're doing a video every day. Wes has a good one for you tomorrow. And we'll see you next week with another live show. I think it'll be Wes. And then we get to September 1st, falls on a Friday. So our main live show, where it's me, Wes, Lori, that'll be on Friday, September 1st. So 2 weeks from this Friday, Alex?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah,
Sounds
2 weeks
right.
from this Friday. So guys, have a great day, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
Have a good one.